This is a double decal M35 helmet. When you look at your helmets, you can notice that they tell a story, some more than others. And with these reissued helmets, there's usually a much longer story than the typical helmet. Reissued helmets typically were M35s that either went back to the depot or the factory or were redone in the field to have a different sort of paint, a different look, perhaps a different decal or covering up a decal. So this M35 here, just by looking at it, you can see that it has a nice typical CA Poacher decal that has gone golden over the years, almost to confuse itself with a Kriegsmarine decal, although this is a Heer decal. And then you can also notice back here it's got this different style of paint. It's got a brushed paint than the factory version that you see, so you know this is some sort of reissue. But what's interesting is that the decal seems to be what was originally on there from the factory, because just around the decal is the factory applied smooth paint. So when you look at your helmet, it tells a story of one that left the factory maybe 1936 or something like that, based on the lot number, and was redone at some point with this paint. And I want to show you something interesting. The opposite side shows that yes, this was a double decal, although notice how the shield has been, looks like it was almost scraped. It's in a side to side motion, and then look at the paint around it. This is the factory paint original, and then you could see where the other paint is around that, the later reissued version. So this tells a story that at some point, whether it be before 1945 or after, someone seemingly sandpapered off the reissued rough surface paint to expose the undercoat, and in doing so perhaps they meant to expose the decal, but they removed a bunch of it. So that's what this M35 reissued is showing. Real interesting. When you have these reissues, it becomes difficult to assess the authenticity because the rules are rewritten. The typical decals and liners may have changed because of the reissuing of the helmet, so it's hard to judge what's normal when there was tweaking with it over the years. A nice D1 lot number there, and then the NS64 for the nickel work and Schwert company. So we know the manufacturer and the lot number, which can give us the year that we would be expecting from this, and the style of the company that made the decal Poacher matches up with that. So you want to look for the typical manufacturers of the decals and their relationship to the manufacturer of the helmet, so long as it is the factory issued one, or the decal that's showing through is the factory decal one. When the helmets get reissued, everything changes. So a nice look at a M35, very low lot number, early year, reissued with this different paint, battle worn more than likely, helmet with a lot of character. Look at those brush strokes across the back here, and displays very nicely from this angle here. An M35 double decal NS64 Heer helmet.